Sorry about that. Today we got a really special show. We are starting off with the infamous and famous MC Shan, hip hop artist extraordinaire, troublemaker, now online, lighting a bunch of fires all over the place. And the second part of this interview will be a good friend of mine, Sone. He's a dancer, performer, and model. And we'll be ending the conversation with him. He'll be joining in the second half. But without further ado, I want to present MC Shan.
I appreciate you.
Anytime. I was really excited when your posse reached out to us, and I was really happy to have you on. I've been watching you outside of your music, of course. I've been watching you do various internet podcasts and such.
Lighting fires.
And I know a lot of industry people not too happy with you right now. How you been doing?
I didn't know. I didn't ever hear that. I didn't hear that they
I'll say the quote unquote powers that be, the gatekeepers may not be too happy with you because you blasting people. You telling a lot of truth that people been working hard to keep untold.
I didn't expose any secrets. It's all there for everybody. If you look hard enough, you'll definitely find it. You know? I just I leave little breadcrumbs. That's it.
telling your story from your perspective. So I appreciate that.
I can't say be mad at me for telling my story the way my story is. What do you want me to omit certain people because they have a certain status? It's not. You shouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have been there.
Shouldn't have did the dirt, and it wouldn't have had to be cleaned up. But in terms of just your music, your career, what else are we working on? Are we going to hear any new projects soon, or
I got new collaborations? I got a new project out now. It's called Bounce.
Okay,
and it's a fast moving record. It's just me doing what I do. That's according to the times. What's
different about creating today versus back in the 80s?
I can't be as intricate with the lyrics as I would normally be. I have to lighten up the lyrics a little bit to make it simpler, and you don't have to really think about it really hard to get it through your head.
Right.
Because nobody wants to sit back and think. If you say a word that they have to read Google for or ask Google, oh no, that's too much work.
Is that, I mean, based off what we're listening to on the radio, that's definitely people they're more into the music, more so the beat rather than the actual lyrics. The lyrics are not even secondary anymore, it seems.
Well, that's because those people that you say that's mad at me are not letting things go. They're if it's gonna corrupt the neighborhood, the more corrupt the neighborhood can be by the music that we putting out, the better it is. They don't want no. I mean, there's a lot of cats out here that have lyrics that are worth listening to and stories to tell that will give people other insight. But they're not being pushed. They're not getting the light and the shine. And I don't see why. You don't need all of that. We all got the internet. Everybody's internet is the same.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that a direct, these management companies and record labels, is that a direct note to you as artists? Or is that just an underlying truth that y'all know where you can't be, as you say, like who you used to be, you can't be that anymore? Is that the notes that they're giving to these new artists now?
The note they're giving to these artists got a couple of zeros extended on the end of it. Whoever's giving the check is the person that they're going to listen to. Me and you could sit here across the table from an artist right now and tell them, don't go that route. Don't go that route. Keep doing that positive music that you're doing. And homie gonna sit there with a 6-0 check. Who you think he gonna listen to? Us or the guy with the 6-0?
With the bag.
He who has the check says what goes down. Simple as that.
And that's, I mean, nothing has really changed the industry. It's just more carbon copy artists now than before. Do you see this ever? Do you ever see that pendulum ever swinging back?
No, not as long as the internet came around. The internet then changed everybody's game, no matter what industry you in, artists, everything. It's like the way of the when I was coming in the music business, that way doesn't exist no more. Right. That way is totally, and so if you don't grasp a hold to the way the new way the industry works, and these young kids seem to have it. So you got to follow the trend of what they're doing to understand how this music game works. Because we as old school artists looking at them wondering, where you getting all this money from? Where you getting this from? I ain't see you do one show.
and that's I think that's my question, because I understand endorsements and partnerships with other companies outside the music. But I don't see them making money directly from their music anymore.
The streams be killing it. That's your new record sale. You know, nowadays I knew not to hold my music and try and sell it to people. I gave it away because that was the main key. You give it to them because it's about the streams now. It's not about who just went and purchased this. Because you can download anybody's music off of YouTube anywhere now. So if you think you're going to sell your music, you done lost your freaking mind. You know what I'm saying? It can come out tomorrow and somebody's going to MP3 it and it's going to be on the internet, guaranteed.
Was this a big learning curve for you, or were you already on top of what the trend was starting to become with this digital media?
What the digital media, I've been at this. See how Instagram is new? I've been at this internet doing lives since 2007. Okay, when Yahoo Chat first started out back in the days. Me and my clique that was running on the internet back then is the reason why a lot of these regulations are made. You can't send pussy pics. You can't show titty. You can't do none of that. We the reason for it.
Not on the Yahoo.
Man, Yahoo was treacherous. Chicks will give you fucking live cams and whatnot, you know, and then we live cam that with rebroadcast or something. And my face has been on the wall of many internet service providers things. If he does a live show, cut his stream immediately, because I was like the Howard Stern of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Have you always been this controversial though? And I'm not even saying that in a bad way, but just going against the truth.
And I'm going to tell you why I'm the way I am. Because you see how some people, they're born and reared to be stars. And that was their dream and their aspiration to be a superstar. My dream and aspiration was to be a good fucking thief. All right. That fell upon the music business by accident. And then I got to that crossroad in my life to where I could either go right or I could go left. Okay. And so with me, music was just, okay, I could get money making it. It's just like any hustle. It wasn't no. So the way I lived my life as famous, I didn't care if y'all didn't put me in your magazine. Who cares? That wasn't my dream. Where you have some people out here that they're going to suck up to what the establishment says. I used to get reported to the record company all the time. Shan's drunk. Yeah, like what does that have to do with y'all? Because I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't conform to none of their stuff. I'm always smoking weed, doing something else, outspoken, because this wasn't my dream, motherfucker. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And many artists talk about the image that they tried to portray at that point, like that A&R artist development. It was all about the image of what the artist was versus who they really were.
Nope. Back then, you were who they portrayed you to be. They made some people up, but people like me and LL, they didn't make us up. We were who we were. You know what I'm saying? We dressed how we dressed. I had one shoe red, one shoe blue. They didn't try and change that. That was the package they got. Boom, that's what it is. But then there were some artists that they had to groom and they had to make and develop and put this guy with this person that they never met, and we're gonna make you a group. And none of them ever got any money because they were fabricated, put some water in it, stir it up, and there you go. And so they never got writers, they never got publishing, they never got anything, but they running around here and you know them. Oh my God, look at New Kids on the Block and look at this one and look at that one. Those were fabricated, put the color me bags. And
so that was kind of a glimpse. It was a glimpse into what is oversaturated now. Making them up, you know, putting together an image and then selling the public on this image. That was kind of the precursor to that. Right.
The internet again. Because where you had to go through a record company back then, nowadays you can make your joint in your house right now on the bullshittest computer ever and it'll sound gorgeous and put it on the internet. There you go.
Right.
So technology has changed the way you can do this music. Only reason why Old School Shan got a new record out right now is because of the way that you can put music out on your own. Imagine if I had to go to one of these record labels and say, "Can you listen to my demo?" Come on, please.
Do they even do that anymore?
I don't even know what they do. I don't pay attention.
Well, I know the trend now with a lot of the younger artists. They want them to come to them already established, already have music, already have a following.
And then bring whatever you got with you. We're going to sign all your stuff. That's how they do it. You know what I'm saying? And so
it's really, A&R is gone now.
Yes. If you already got numbers, that's how you're going to get down. If you done ran and you done got to these numbers that they're recognizing you for, then what's the sense in bothering with them? You own 100% right now. And they know that if they're going to sign you, they know that you're worth more than that. They're going to give you that little piece because they know you know what I'm saying? But if you can do that on your own thus far, they're going to keep making you do it on your own because there is no budgets no more, no video budgets, no nothing. They'll tell you go shoot it on your iPhone and get your YouTube up. And then they collect 30% of your proceedings for nothing.
So how do you feel about artists paying for those streams that they're getting now?
Ain't none of my business.
Is that just as bad as a rap artist not writing their own material?
That's none of my business. Where they paying for that? I need a couple.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of sites where you can pay for views, you can pay for likes, all that. So they not a lot of people
are being accused
like the Cardi B's of the world. Right.
It's a business.
Right.
Hey. Right. And it's like all the time I get these things across my Instagram. DM me for a blue check, motherfucker. Why I got to DM you? You see I need one, just put it there, stupid.
Right. So in terms of artists like yourself now being able to cross over and be movie stars, TV stars, moguls, how does that make you feel, or how difficult was it for artists back when you first started to cross over into other mediums?
They would actually come and seek us out.
Was it as easy as it is now?
Well, nowadays, I don't see very many artists in movies. I don't see very many artists soundtracks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In movies, I don't see very much placement of the music. Unless you get somebody like a Post Malone and you get nacho cheese. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny about that is Post Malone may be nice and the whole nine, but Post Malone ain't put in the kind of work to have AMAs and shit like this, you know? It's like, wait a minute.
Right.
But if you don't notice that when they get a hero that's not like me and not like you, and they can place them in these places and they take all the accolades, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They take those accolades. You could look at Justin Bieber. Where did he start out at? With us. But then they get in the ear and say, you keep messing with them, it's not gonna work for you.
Right.
Pink. Back in the days, Pink.
Pink. She's a good example. That's a perfect example.
Pink was right with us in the beginning.
Now she
Pink
rock.
is a super motherfucking star. That, you know what I'm saying? They got I was just, when I turned the TV on just now, there was a big Pink, the movie. I'm like, I put up a post today, and I'm gonna tell you what it was. It's called the shitty end of the stick.
Right.
Today, my topic was the shitty end of the stick, and I tell people, how come most of the time when you got the stick, it's always the shitty end that's in your hand?
Is it? Do you? I mean, I know. I asked you earlier in terms of, do you think the pendulum will ever swing back? But where do you think hip hop? Because I'm quite sure you and many of the people who kind of laid the platform for hip hop or the music industry in general did not foresee this. But where do you think hip hop is going? Or what's the next evolution of it?
I'm not in that loop. Ain't nobody called me about no check. I'm a consultant, okay? I'm not giving up my information for free. I want to know what my idea about hip hop and where it's going. I need a consultation fee. Thank you. Everybody else is getting paid. I might as well get paid too.
I mean, will you start have you started signing artists, or would you want to be management, or
for what? For what? Why would you sign an artist? To take his money? I wouldn't sign an artist because that means. But what do you mean? That would be me taking advantage of them just the same way everybody else is. Sign an artist. Why would I sign him? Why don't I just tell him how to do his music, put it on iTunes Core and iTunes and all that, and let him do his own thing? Why I want to sign him to me and take 30%? Because, or whatever the percentage is nowadays, that's usually what people of no talent do. They want to take something from somebody else because they are talent, and they'll get 5 of those people to believe in them, and they're richer than the 5 people that they're messing with. And in these days, like I said, what's the sense in signing them? What you gonna do for them? What record company? What record label? The same internet you got, they got. Now it's your responsibility.
It's become a revenue stream almost to sign artists today. It's not. It doesn't seem like it's benefiting the artist at all.
It never benefited the artist from the beginning. Never did. The artist is the prostitute. Y'all don't know that? You don't start getting no money till you start producing records. Once you start producing records, that's and writing songs, that's where the money is. That when you the artist, you the prostitute all day.
Was that something that you all knew starting this hip hop off, or was that just a given? Or
we wasn't thinking about that. We wasn't thinking about that. Hip hop was fun to us. It wasn't like this, we gonna get paid on it. That was the first reason why we did hip hop. That wasn't that. But when we started seeing we could get paid, that was a plus. Like, whoa, hold up, and we could get paid. So it was a difference for us coming in this game. It wasn't. We did it for fun on the benches back in the day. You can't do artists like yourself
still? How are artists like yourself who didn't come from this current market able to compete with them? Is it what's? I'm not asking for your exact strategy, but how are you able to compete with the artists of today?
I'm not in competition with them. What I need to compete with them for? I got my own fan base. I got my own folks that listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So if I do something today, even if it might not be as much as what they would do, I'm still going to touch some people with what I'm doing. I'm not for what?
Right.
That's like me competing against my kids. Go ahead, shawty, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, I gotta get ready and go get these little rugrats. I gotta go, and we can do
tell us before you leave. Tell us where we can find you at on social media, and where can we get that new music?
Hey, you can get that new music anywhere on any Spotify, iTunes. It's called MC Shan Bounce, and you can catch me on my IG. MC Shan with a number 1 at the end of it. And appreciate y'all for having me. I'm going to turn off the light, and then I'm going to get to going.
So I appreciate you, man, for stopping by. I appreciate you. You're always welcome to come on back. So I appreciate you, and all your information is down in the description. So we'll definitely keep promoting you and pushing you.
I appreciate you. I didn't tell you I like your specs.
Anytime.
Hey,
Thank
all
you,
right,
sir.
brother. Cheer your blood.
Anytime.
Out.
So that was MC Shan. In a couple more minutes, we'll have Francis joining us. But a couple things, couple announcements. One, the Artist Exchange as an organization, along with my company, Vashta Blue Jewelry, you can kind of see it in the background a little bit. We're still fixing up. We're doing a soft launch tomorrow from 12 to 7. So look on Facebook. You can find the information on the Artist Exchanges page. Come on down, socially distanced. We're not playing that no mask game here. I don't care about mandates or policies. Wear your mask, or we'll have one at the door for you. The information is on our event page, so look up the Artist Exchange soft launch, and you can come see the new studio for the jewelry, as well as for where we are doing the show from virtually now. Also, I want to send my condolences out to one of my favorite comedians, Paul Mooney. He passed away just the other day. I think the game of comedy has missed him in the last couple of years. He was diagnosed with cancer, I believe, in 2014. And for the last, I believe, like 3 or 4 years, he's been away. He had a little controversy in the last couple of years, but he's been recluse. We haven't heard anything from him, just a couple announcements from his family, his children, to give some updates on his health. And then out of the blue, when I turned on social media the other day, I saw it going across the screen. And of course, as we all do, we go fact check, and go look. And if the information was true, it's being said and alleged that he died from complications from his cancer, as well as a heart attack. But I'll definitely continue to research and give some information on that. But I know the world of comedy is definitely missing him. So I'm trying to do 5 things at one time. But I'm really excited about everything to come. Be Exposed is expanding in a different way, changing gears a little bit and resetting ourselves. So is the Artist Exchange and myself. Just doing so. Let me pause, because I'm sitting here like this is all done by design. So I forgot my glasses at home, and I can't really see that well. Never been able to see that well. Been wearing glasses since the 2nd grade. So this is what the glasses is. It's not a new look. It is strictly out of necessity. All right, guys. People are late. This is what happened. All right. So so a lot of things are coming up. So come on out tomorrow. We'll be going live for the greater portion of it. I was hoping that Tamika would be here to talk about her portion of it. Myself and Tamika are part of this co-op space off of Maryland Avenue. She has a style lounge boutique. And I'm here with the Artist Exchange and Vashta Blue Jewelry. And we'll be putting on some workshops, some events. The first one is Tamika's Style Lounge Youth Entrepreneurship Program. And she has a number of young people who she is supporting and helping. And they'll be the first cohort of those young people will be ending their workshop series, their program tomorrow with a graduation. Hello. Hey, Kristen. So that'll be happening tomorrow. The graduation is at 10. So you can kind of catch the tail end of it. As well as the Artist Exchange and Vegetable Drew will be doing our launch from the building. This is soft launch. We'll be doing a grand opening in June. We just getting a few things together, getting some things in order, and yeah, so we'll be on it. Up in a few minutes, we'll be having Francis Sone joining us. I know I just said his last name wrong. Didn't I say it wrong? But yeah, so he'll be joining us soon. And I'm really excited about everything that's going on. Sorry, everything's a little sloppy today. But yeah, so come on by tomorrow. You get to meet me safely, of course. In this space, I'm helping other artists to promote themselves. To it's one of the shelters, one of the empty ones. But I'm really excited about everything that's going on. This has been a very trying year, and I've been very patient. But in the last couple of months, I've been having, well, I'm gonna say the last couple of years, really, I've been having a push to jump out there and just do the things that scare me, and definitely having a new space is scary to me because I'm a person who does not like to spend money. But it's been really great. We've had a great welcome so far from this community. Many artists have coming by. And if you are a maker, we're still continuing our maker series. So come on by. We'll be doing some workshops with featured artists. Also, we are doing a work exchange and a like a cosign, that is not a cosign, a consignment trade-off where we're helping artists to showcase their work. So if you are a maker, you want your wares to be seen, you can always hit us up. This time, hit me up on the Bash Blue Jewelry page. Just trying to keep it even, Steven, as I'm trying to be as balanced as I can. And I guess my message today is just balance, just making sure we are balanced and you are doing everything that you want to do, everything that you need to do, and just keeping that cohesiveness, that balance in your life so you're not burning out. There was a moment where I had started to burn out and I didn't want to do any of this anymore. I didn't want to be an artist. I didn't want to be definitely not an entrepreneur. I was ready to go be somebody's manager, somebody's office manager, somebody's fast food manager, and just coast until whatever comes up. And it never leaves you. At moments, you'll get frustrated, you'll get burnt out. The energy and the passion never leaves. And the job is maintaining that passion because it's very easy to lose that energy out of frustration and just being tired. While we're waiting for Francis to join us, I'm gonna say hi to Miss Christian. You know, I was gonna pull you out. You can come around. This is Christian, everybody. You got you. It only sees me. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick so we. Right. Let me take that off. There she go.
Hi, world.
Technology is crazy. This is Christian. She's been on the show before years ago. She's, you know.
Was that Sade? Is that what they're saying now? Is that Sade?
Edie Sade.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is Christian. She's one of the featured artists for our Maker series. Mm-hmm. And she is actually is a stool right there. You can bring that stool. I mean, you can just throw that stuff on the floor. I mean, you know, if you can see the background, I don't know how much of it. Well, it's just me on here, so you can see all that. We do fascinators. I'll give you a little bit of a. You see the jewelry over there in a mess. So whatever your artistry is, we're helping you with marketing and branding as we do it on the radio show. So it'll be a package deal, and I help you set up your social media. I got them. Help you set up your social media and help you market, tell your story, branding, marketing, all that jazz. But I was told that Francis is here, and we have Sone here with our little ponytail. Okay, she did a little high bun. Look at France. That's a grown man now. You see that grown man? That's a grown man.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Well, it's been a long time. I should have been asked you, but being an entrepreneur is difficult. As you clearly can tell now, Francis is a grown man. He's teaching people children. Right. So you see the photo shoot?
No.
He's a supermodel now. Look, you gotta look at his Instagram.
Are you giving him shoulder?
Trying just a little bit, just a little something, you know, a little something.
Right. So Francis, tell people who you are.
Hello, everyone.
I know that sounded real shady, but tell them who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Francis Sone. I am a graduate.
I said it right.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a graduate of Coppin State University. I am also a member of Philadelphia Second Company, also known as D2. We apprentice under the name Philadelphia. I live here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm so fortunate because of the amount of artists that I was able to encounter in my journey. I danced a little bit in Pittsburgh with
okay, you gotta shake a leg around the world.
With Bodyography under the direction of Maria Caruso. I've encountered a lot of different artists along the way. I'm so blessed and fortunate to be able to share. Lately, I've been, I'm sorry. Trying to.
Are you nervous, Francis? I know you're not nervous.
A little bit. This is my first podcast. So
nobody's watching. Only maybe a couple hundred people, but it's cool.
I also am a talent for model and talent management, which is under John Casablancas, which is where all the lovely.
You see this dropping shit? He dropped something. It's on the floor beside you. He dropped a little something right there. It's over on the side by your foot. Francis has, I've known you as a dancer and a performer. He's been on stage. Bobo. Remember Bobo?
Absolutely.
Yes. He's a performer, an urban art major. So being an urban art major, you can be anything literally in the world. Yes. Anything in the world. And Francis has been a consistent dancer. And lately I've just been following you on IG and Facebook. And I was like, this is a grown-ass man now. This not like a little hungry Francis. This is a grown-ass man. He eating and shit, working out. You see him? Got muscles and shit. Like, this not little Francis no more. How is this evolution? Like, what is this? What goes into the Francis we see now? He got mustache.
There's been a lot that went into the process of who I am today at this current moment. I've had a lot of losses in life that kind of pushed me to be better than what I was yesterday. Even during COVID, I lost a countless number of people that I just never thought would be gone. And it was disappointing to not be able to say, I love you and goodbye right before everything happened. But using those experiences that I had with them and knowing that they had my best interest at heart kind of pushed me to just be better about everything, about my artistry, and take it seriously and keep going and keep striving and never give up. This COVID season was very trying on all of us as artists. Because I found myself taking ballet class in my living room. And it's not easy when you don't have the space for it. Virtual.
Or the patience. I don't have the patience to look at your child's ceiling fan for a whole hour and a half. I just don't. I no longer have the patience. But I didn't have the patience to look at your ceiling fan or to, watch children say inappropriate things in the comment section. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm talking about the virtual world. I didn't know I didn't have that level of patience.
Yeah,
with your children. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I can't even lie to you. I didn't either. But just having
and
that
Francis can take a lot of stuff. He's very patient. And if for him to lose patience, we all do.
I worked as a substitute teacher for K-5 here in Philadelphia for the past 4 years. And can't lie, it's very challenging just being in the classroom with them, let alone when they're not in the classroom. Doing the work and holding them accountable for their actions and their behavior.
Accountable, boy. What's that?
Because I get
to hold them accountable.
Yes, because I get them together, and and in a sense.
And you know what? It may be Francis. Francis may be the one, because they be like, "Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing," and then he wind up like yelling at them. And
absolutely. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And it's all out of love. Because I've been where they've been. Elementary school, I was that kid that would follow the crowd sometimes and not necessarily always make the best decisions. And had I not had a mom who raised me to be better, who came up to the school on me every time the principal called and trusted me.
She beat that ass. She beat that ass.
My mama was the one
that was a nice thing.
Call me if he has any problems. And
Francis, you was a bad child. You was bad, Francis.
I wouldn't say I was bad, but I was in between that influenced, kind of situation. It happens.
Okay.
So every now and then you get out of line. Time to get it back together.
Ooh, you heard that. That's the ass whipping.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I have to say, and I say this to everybody, I'm just in seeing you all like mature into adults. You all were so young when we all met, and just seeing everybody mature and grow, everybody paying bills now. It's serious. It's real life. It's not, having enough money to eat in the cab or spending all your money at Popeyes and Mondawmin. It's really like real life situation. So seeing how everybody is surviving and now thriving, I think we're all at an age range now where we're starting to thrive on the work or lack thereof that we've been doing. For some of us, it happens.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And this, I think, three of us all being where we met. That environment, I think, prepared us.
Yeah.
The situations that we were already thrown into, we've already had to learn how to do without or make things happen with no budget. You talk about this space. We're in we were in a university.
I pay for this place. I pay for this place for pennies. I literally bring them pennies every month.
And you're absolutely right. Like that so prepared me for a lot of the things that I did with Philadenko, with the things that I did with Philadenko when we were in the studios, and we're just getting back into the studio now. So, but during the time that we were in the studios, when we had gigs, they needed people to be there to steam the costumes. They needed people to be there to help with the quick changes. They needed people to be there to set up the props. I was that person that would be like, I'm here. What time y'all need me at?
Right.
And they always constantly relied on me there because they knew that I was going to show up and do what I say I was going to do.
We all have to be in those positions to fill in. And even if you don't know specifically how to do something, like we're all still figuring things out. But being in the theater world, incorporating dancing and acting and singing, and sometimes what we have to do, our own costume design, like the situation has prepared us all the things that are still to come on our journey.
Right.
So being in a new company around new people, you're a gym. You're a gym. We're kind of rare having to be like, okay, I can do that. When we stage manage, and I can run the line, and then I'm gonna go to my solo, and I'll be back.
Yeah.
We've all before, and that's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's
But I just like the evolution, just trying something new. When I saw that you were doing the model shoots, I was like, it's just nothing that we all complain about that department because it was an asshole leading it. But we complain a lot. But in our complaining, I think we still like keep pushing it and keep reinventing ourselves, and that's something that I try to do a lot. Just continue to reinvent myself.
and not just one thing.
Right.
You do it all.
Right.
You know?
And even going back to the guy that headed the department, people are people.
And so I say it.
It's very much that kind of industry where if you allow someone's words to take you down, is really going to take you down. I have been so underestimated in this world for quite a bit.
Right.
I've had people that have told me that, I can't see you dancing professionally, but I can see you running a studio. Or, I can't see you on the stage and say,
well, people give you piss poor advice like that based on their own insecurity.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do. And it took me a long time to realize it had nothing to do with me.
Oh yeah.
And not even feel it has nothing to do. I'll listen to you all day, but I don't take that, or I don't absorb that. To me, one of my mentor, Professor Ports, she told me I was going to have to make it under my own terms. I think that was a little Sade, as she just said. It was a little Sade. But it definitely, it really made me realize it's just me.
Yeah.
And you got to make it work. And I've watched all of us do that. And I've watched all of us do that in many different ways.
And just
so where are you now? What are you currently doing?
I'm working full time somewhere else. I work for Amazon full time. It's not an easy job, however.
Look at that.
They love
so
me.
Honest. He's so honest.
That's
called a benefactor. That's what a benefactor is called.
Yeah. And it wasn't an easy transition for me to say, let me go to Amazon and fill out this. I didn't want to do that mess when I first thought about it, but
look at it, Francis, as a benefactor. That's how you go. That's a means to your end.
Yeah.
It's not your end all be all. It's just a benefit. I look at a job like I look at a hooker. Like just give me my money.
Yep.
That's it. Give me my money.
And
that's it.
Also I'm also working with the agency as well. So just I get gigs every now and then to audition for. Most of them are reality show stuff that I necessarily don't see myself
on a reality show. Kind of nervous.
Not for me. And it's no disrespect to anyone. It's for me. I want more of the movie and the sitcom. I want that kind of. I'm kind of old fashioned when it comes.
All right, Bobo. I see you flex. He said I don't know who's the eyes.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable throwing drinks on people and fighting all the time. Like that's just not my thing. And not to say that that's all that they do, but a majority of the time, like that's kind of how that world is viewed and seen. So it's just like if you're really trying to make a career out of this, it's hard to be seen out of that limelight. And it's not the struggle that I'm not picking that struggle.
Now, if you put me like at 23, I'd have did it.
Right.
Yeah, real world. Yeah, I would have did it. The person I am today, I need my own space. So me in the house with anybody else is uncalled for. And and I'm definitely busy that day, so I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I'm glad that yeah. I already know. I love the though. I'm gonna be back for another couple days. But
that's my part.
Okay. She just no, I'm not doing it.
Zoom in.
But it's crazy how I don't try to plan who I want to be on the show anymore. I just let the space provide itself. And I started I was liking your photos, and I was like, okay, this nigga serious. Nigga, you not just put trench coats on. He really
I'm very blessed to be able to, I'm so blessed to be able to just in everything that I do, be able to give myself and do what I would call a good job. To others, it may be over the moon. I'm grateful. I'm grateful and so humble to have an opportunity to be an artist, because I know so many artists who've given up on themselves to the point where they're not artists anymore. They're doing something that they either prefer not to do, or, taking a whole nother route because of the trauma or whatever the case may be, whatever the path you chose. However, for me, just having that opportunity is rewarding nonetheless. Can't say that I've made $1 million. However, I know that I'm on a path to making the kind of money that I should be making.
Well, I'm gonna ask you for $1 today.
I got you on.
So
I'm gonna text you my cash because you on your way to your millions.
Actually, $sign blueprint. So whenever it comes, hey,
absolutely.
If you need PR, I got you. Send it up your influence, though. I'm not playing. No more.
And I am a huge advocate for supporting Black artists. I've everything from buying a sweatsuit to sending a quick little 50 here, 50
I
there.
got a fascinator if you need one. They right on the wall.
Absolutely. Oh yes, definitely. I'm definitely a heavily believer in supporting the Black arts, because it grounds us in who we are as artists. It creates so much of a better individual than what you see out here on the streets today. Some aspects. I see a lot of these children that run around and just do, some of them do a lot of senseless things. And I just I look at them and I think, man, had I did that when I was my age, my mama would have hit me before I even got to, or had I said that to a grown adult, I would have got slapped before I even got to the house. It's just the culture and the generation is just so different. And I think the one thing that I appreciate about being a part of Philadelphia is the old school tradition. There's an old school tradition of teaching, showing up to class. You have to show up to class.
Old ladies don't be playing.
Oh no, man, Miss Joan Myers Brown.
You see that look? He got his ass beat already.
Your hair out of line. If she see anything wrong, she's gonna pull you up before anybody else do. She's from that era and time. And she speaks her mind, and she doesn't do it in a mean sense, but it's just a part of the culture that she was a part of. It's just it created us. It created them as artists growing up. If this is really what you want to do, this is how you need to represent and show up.
So just a little cause she's not just my side chick today, but Christian also is a very accomplished performer. She's more inclined in the singing realm.
Oh yes, I heard you, Miss Phyllis Hyman. Absolutely.
So, speaking of Phyllis Hyman, can we hear a little bit? We can't play music.
May I for me.
Oh my. Put a woman on the spot. All right, can we circle back about this? All right, okay. All right, then what's the and that's true. Oh, friend, it's so nice to see you hold me again. No, it doesn't matter where you have been. My heart welcomes you back home again. We started at the end.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey!
Ma'am. Okay.
And just know I know. But Francis, I have to say I'm very proud of your growth. And not to say I thought, but I'm really mine is fading in and out. But I'm really excited to see what's coming next and coming down the pipeline. Are you in any programs or having any events soon?
I haven't been working on anything. I have been still keeping my body trained, even though I haven't been actively dancing in quite a bit. It seems like outside performances have been more of a bit of a thing now lately, which is awesome because I think that dancing outside is just marvelous. It's beautiful outside. Why not? So
I have so mature.
I have been. I have been.
Right.
I've been doing.
I'm intrigued.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yes, no, but definitely be on the lookout because there's definitely more to come.
Okay.
As time progresses, as we get back to the normalcy. I believe that things will start opening up, doors will start opening up, and I'll be right back in the realm of auditioning and getting it in. I've been in the gym training hard, trying to stay in shape.
So I wasn't going to say nothing, but he be giving these thirst trap videos, and I mean he don't be having no shirt on, like. Like son.
It took me a while to get confident. It took me a while for a long time, and it's only because I felt like I was so skinny. I was this big, you know. It was one of those things where it's like, you know, all I hear is you need to eat, you need to do this, you need to do that. So,
you did need to eat, Francis. I mean.
Listen,
I could take down
more. I could take down 2 grown man plates.
Right. Tell them.
But no, okay. So I allow to push me.
Right. Better. Just melt off. He's so lean and shit.
Just a little bit, you know. I gotta be marketable. That's what they call it, marketable. I gotta be marketable.
That's what they
marketable.
All right.
That's right.
Because I'm marketable. It's just a different clientele.
Absolutely.
Right, for a different market, actually. Literally a market. But
no.
But in terms of finding that inner and that inner strength, what brought it out of you?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
That inner strength, what brought it out of you? Finding that confidence.
Having good people around you. Having a wonderful village, a wonderful circle of people who are honest with you, who at the same time are just as nurturing. And that's what I appreciated about Coppin. It was very nurturing leading up to the end because people cared.
That nurturing came out of a little struggle. Okay,
Absolutely. Even though, even though it was some tough love in there, it was still, there was a bit of nurturing.
Rooted in love.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what kind of also what kind of geared me for it was remembering all of the people that, went to the ancestors. And remembering whose shoulders I stand on, and understanding that this ain't no game we playing. Like Miss Octavia said, the help. This ain't no game we playing. Okay, it's not. As artists, it's not a game for us. It's it looks fun and it looks like oh, anybody could do it, but you get into that ballet class for an hour and a half. You be about ready to put on Viv and Fresh Prince. You just it's
he's funny now.
Oh, Francis has been bringing the kikis.
That's why though, really, like I was okay. It's this. I think for me, it is really. Well, speaking on one of those we lost last year. At some point during this pandemic, I was just hosting. I was playing it safe and doing the thing. And I remember talking to maybe less than a week before he passed away, and just having that conversation. And him being one of those people who would call you out when he felt like you were like not giving it giving it everything.
Yeah,
it really kind of encouraged me to push forward and more than what we already do, but just really do it and mean it. Like throw it, just jump off the bridge, just jump off. Like it's gonna hurt, but this thing my grandma all the time. Everybody want to arrive. They just want to arrive. Nobody wants to take Nobody wants the journey. Nobody wants the journey.
They want to ride in the back seat.
Right.
And I think
and just arrive.
Get a ride.
Right.
And it's She said that elevator is broken. Take the stairs. That's a real thing. Take the stairs.
I'm gonna be on the first floor. I'll see you when you come down.
It's especially when it comes to dance. Dance is very critical. On your body. Dance is one of the most demanding art forms because we give all of ourselves physically on the stage. The things that we do, the things that we train for, the kind of lines and shapes and things that we train for on a consistent basis is just not for everybody. It's not easy. It's not something that anybody can just get up and do. As an artist, it takes a lot of work, and pushing through it has been something that I've been working on a little bit more, pushing past and pushing through and evolving.
When you do you have any regrets?
Absolutely none. I feel like this was a path that I was meant for, and it was tailor-made for me. Because a lot of the things that I had patience for, a lot of the things that I was able to get through my life experiences, not having my parents around at the age of my mid-30s when I'm really going through some stuff and I really need
mid-30s. You old as shit, Francis.
And still look 21.
Okay, right.
Get into the regiment.
And it's that good water. It's that good water. But no.
I don't think it's water though, Francis. You can tell me that, but I don't think it's water.
It's aloe vera gel.
Okay. It's flammable. I don't think aloe is flammable though. But it's cool.
Oh my gosh. No, but
I think and it's great that you don't live in regrets. Many of us have to find that space to let it go. Just let go and you become so much lighter. And even the adventures, the jumps become so much more pleasurable versus, you sitting there, your stomach in knots, and you are
it's just like it's
they
just
don't
like
respect family. Keep calling this shit.
it's just like when you think about how you were in your teens and leading up to your 20s and how you reacted then, and then going back on it now when you're in your 30s, you're like, man, I could have, I could have acted a little better, I was feeling myself.
I said what I said.
Okay.
And I meant it.
Okay. I meant
what I
it,
said.
period.
Patty Pettiford, I meant what I said.
Listen, okay. But yeah, no regrets. Like life would be boring if we didn't have our individual journeys.
Yeah.
Life would be
well.
boring.
I'm not going to sit up here and think like I enjoyed the ebbs and flows, because that's you're a little seasick. But I definitely appreciate them in hindsight.
Yeah,
hindsight is so much
That's
easier.
that maturity.
Yeah, so much. And now I think and hearing you speak, you sound more purposeful. You sound more direct, more in time versus just being Francis that just been floating. But now it sounds like you're more definite with decisions, with even yourself, and that's really what my show has become. I'm kind of a baby Yonla, and I don't want to just interview people, even though I just said I don't want to just interview people for the sake of an interview. I want to know your story. Engagement means everything right now. We just talked to MC Shan in the beginning of it, and he was, the digital world has taken over completely, and there's no going back from it.
yeah.
And it's really important that we find our space and rock it out and wear that space out. So it's just, we're not just coasting. I'm tired of being dependable, safe Nate. I'm tired of being that. Like, I want to scare myself now. I've already been scaring a lot of other people because they don't know what's about to come out. I'm ready to, and I want to see you like. Oh.
It's so funny because
I want to see you jump.
Plie talk to you, Big J, Brown Baba, and Tay.
But one of my biggest regrets, I do have a regret, and it's not necessarily not doing something. It's more so allowing someone else's fear to box you in. I was told my butt was too big for dance, so I just never did it. And and not to say I would have been some great dancer, because I probably would have, but just letting fear and not even your own fear, somebody else's fear, and their life dictate what you're going to do in yours. How much of that are you not doing today?
I was gonna say, I don't think that should be a regret. I think that should carry us a lesson
definitely.
As to what not to allow and what to allow. I've been told that, oh my gosh, your turnout is so great, your feet are beautiful, your legs are this and that and this and that. And then, I'm getting corrections every other and I used to get so offended when I would get all these critiques and I'm just like, damn, well, am I like really that good that everybody is saying? You know what I mean? And I had to take it in as this is to help make you even better. This is to help execute even more. This is to help actually to help you get out there so that when you get out there, you don't look like a beginner. You look like you have been doing this for years. This is who you are.
Oh, you're undeniable. Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, it all of the lessons that I've had and I've watched people go through, it really it just amazes me how many of us come out on the other side. One bad decision can take you out.
Oh yeah.
The wrong date, the wrong, the wrong dress.
The wrong
the
decision.
wrong drink, the wrong cheeseburger to take you out of here.
Okay.
But you know, I'm really being appreciative for everybody being able to kind of sit back and plan and strategize in this last year. How much planning did you get done in this last year?
I don't know.
Besides working out and posting the thirst pictures online.
I would say I've done a great deal of planning. I'm planning more so for when these opportunities start coming to me the way that they're supposed to, and things start happening the way that they're supposed to, and I start climbing that ladder. Whenever that happens for me, I'm making sure that I'm reading the contract in its entirety. I'm making sure that I know exactly,
not just the payroll section.
Exactly. I'm making sure that I know what I'm signing up for, so that I can't show up like years later on television talking about I'm broke because they didn't pay me and I didn't read the contract correctly.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like we're at an age where we've watched this as artists going on for generations.
It's so mature.
You know, it's just like
Francis, in another lifetime, I would have snatched you up because this is so much maturity. It's so much, so much. We got
to evaluate, reevaluate. They even planning.
Right, Francis be reading it.
That be reading
it. But it and I'm saying it because you're actually a guest on the show today. But even when we saw each other last, like I can see the growth in you. Just the maturity. You've always been a nice guy, but it's something about growth that just takes you over that limit and pushes you a little bit further. And it's amazing just going through so much, having struggles and strife and trauma, and just coming out on the other side of that it still amazes me when people are able to, despite their given circumstances in life, just show up and just push forward and then do something with their life. It's so easy to just, especially in today's world where everybody is triggered and they wear their symptoms and their taglines on their shoulder, and to do something with that and then push forward is amazing. Will we see a Francis Sone book coming out soon?
Hopefully that's in the works. I'm pretty sure it will be. If it is, it's going to be at a great time. I want it to be at a time where I feel like I've accomplished enough to be able to talk about my experiences. You know, I don't want it to be, well, you're still out there now as an artist. So, you know, I want to be able to, it's almost like teaching for me. Like I want to be at a place where I'm ready to sit down and start teaching. Once I'm done being an artist, so that I can share more the knowledge that I have. I'm not done being an artist yet for me.
I really cannot see a damn thing. I'm laughing, but it's crazy. Moving forward, what are some projects you want to do? I know you're modeling now. You're still in acting, definitely dancing, teaching. What are some things that you want to try?
I would love to do print work. I would love to have my face on billboards and bus stops and all over the place, just representing.
Not OnlyFans though. You're not talking about OnlyFans. Okay.
No, not the kind of representation. No. Absolutely not.
Maybe 10 years ago, but not today.
Ayana said not on my watch.
Okay. Well, she's retiring now, so I mean, you do what you want to do now.
True. However,
but in terms of maybe some collaborations, do you see some collaborations?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of wonderful photography and artistry happening online. Miss Tracy Jiggis is doing a thing. I have a friend, Candace, Candace Kemp. She runs Inertia Dance. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. Inertia Dance Studio, and she also opened up her boudoir, her photography boudoir. So I would say go and check her work out as well. Her work is amazing. It's like stuff that I'm seeing out of photographers that are just like, oh my gosh, I want to work with you, but I got to get back to Baltimore. You know, even the photographer that I work with, yes, even the photographer I worked with, I believe his name is Demont Reese, and
I believe his name.
No, that's his name.
That's a real adult right there. I think
I'll say correctly. But he's an established, wonderful photographer. He captured a lot of my photos on my pages and he knows how to just capture a moment. And I'm just like, wow, I never knew that this was, you know, I've always dreamt of modeling, but to see how it's coming out is just like, I never thought.
Well, I mean, it's here. It's here. And just taking the opportunity just to jump out there and do it. And not second guessing yourself or hesitating on like, you know, how's this gonna be perceived? Yeah. Looking back, you know, maybe topping, maybe before that, what's like one significant thing that you kind of that grew you up? What's the thing that made Francis grow up?
Kids.
I don't know. You see those?
I have a lot of them, but I'll narrow it down. Definitely working with the children, because before then I'd never worked in the public school system. So working with children who are going through things and carrying things with them mentally and still have to come into the classroom to learn, knowing that half of them are not even eating when they go home, you know, that saddens me. The curriculum and the way that, you know, it just tossed these papers on these children in here with like very little explanation, or, you know, just having a group of kids with low levels and a group of kids with high levels and not being able to work with them all together on the same level. That's
right.
That kind of pushed me to want to work more inclusively with these kids and help them get to the places where they need to be. My second
and
thing,
it definitely shows gratitude. You know, I think a lot of teaching artists, if they're smart and if they're paying attention, they learn gratitude, because we complain about so much. But you see some of these children, like you said, coming to school with sandals on in the middle of the winter, or snotty noses, or you know they have that grew me up fast.
Yeah.
At a very young age.
It made me appreciate
my life as it could have been.
Yeah, it made me definitely appreciate and give back as much as I could. Give of myself as much as I could. The other experience I had was just working with Philadelphia, because I feel like going back to
Philadelphia about to do a sponsorship. I'm just gonna let you know.
My favorite dance company in the world. Like I just can't stress it enough how it grew me as a person, as an artist. How it taught me so much respect, even more respect than what I had before. Being a part of this company allowed me to see all shades and all colors of us on the stage together, sharing our artistry and being the best that we could be. It's so amazing. And even the foundation of that company allowed me to historically understand where I come from. You know, this company was built in 1970. You know, it started at a time where wasn't a lot of opportunities for Black dancers. You know what I mean? So she gave that opportunity onto us, going from the 70s all the way up until now. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, which is a major milestone.
For the company at large? So the company's only 5? Okay.
Yeah. 50 years old, actually 51 now. But you know,
He basically said he wasn't listening because I thought he said that.
No, no, I didn't. But working with that company and understanding how things just are, like, oh my gosh, Myers Brown, she was an amazing influence. She danced with people like Sammy Davis Jr. She worked with Cab Calloway. She worked on the Cotton Club circuit for years. So she has that history on her. And then one day she just woke up and decided, hey, let me start my own dance company for, you know, my own people. And that was the birth. And
then sometimes I love hearing those like cornerstone type of stories because it just gives you so much. You're currently building your cornerstone. So it's not some magical thing that's distant from your resources, but it's something that's very possible. You don't have to have this multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art space in order to start your dream.
Oh, absolutely not, because there are so many major influences that were born under our company. You know, our company and Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater are like cousins because a lot of our dancers end up going to Alvin Ailey. There's been countless numbers of dancers that have gone from our company to Alvin Ailey. And it's just, it's an amazing testament. And they already know how prepared we are and who's training us. So they're already, you know, they're already on the known.
As we're closing out, I want you to be able to give your social media, how people can reach out to you, how they can follow you, and maybe send you a food stamp here now. You never know.
Absolutely.
But how can people find you on social media?
Yes, so I'm on Facebook and Instagram. My name is Francis with an I, Francis. My last name is tricky. You said it right though. It's Sone.
I was practicing.
It's Sone, Sone. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm Franny-ish _2, FRANNYISH.
That's just only fan page.
Nice OnlyFans.
Listen, I refuse to participate in those kind of shenanigans. That's not the way my mama raised me.
You're not gonna judge my life.
Wait.
Listen, I don't judge anybody who do it. I'm just like, you know, kudos to you if it works out for you, but honey, it just ain't for me. Some things ain't for everybody.
Well, I guess I gotta take the pictures of my underarms down because that's definitely what I call.
See, it don't have
to be. Fans that are only interested in certain things.
Right.
Okay.
But main things. As we close out, I ask a question to all my guests. What advice would you give to your 17-year-old self? And what question would you ask to your 100-year-old self? Not to change anything, but maybe soften them falls a little bit.
Oh, advice to my 17-year-old self.
You like, I'm old as shit and I'm high right now, so yes, I look bad for what's wrong with you?
The advice I would give to my 17-year-old self is just stay strong. Don't give up, never forget, but always forgive. I'm a very forgiving person, and there are a lot of experiences that I've gone through, but I have not verbally expressed, and it's only because I'm taking the time to do the necessary work, so that when I approach that, milestone where I'm ready to confront it, I can, and I can do it in a respectful way. And still get my point across. So I would say to my 17-year-old self, stay encouraged, stay strong. And I believe that I did do that, but even more so, don't lose sight of who you are, because I did lose sight of who I was, and that led to a lot of consequences. So, I had to learn.
Right. Miss, I don't know what I was going to call you, but it was a question. Right. What about you, Miss Christian?
Myself,
Mm-hmm.
so do your damn homework. That's what I would tell my 17-year-old.
Get out of the cafeteria and do your damn homework.
Oh, that's not really. Do your homework on everything. Learn what it is you're getting yourself into, girl. And be serious about your life.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to miss opportunities if you're playing around. And people want to look right over you. That's what I would tell her. Get your shit together and do your homework. Stop playing. Trying to hang out all the damn time.
That's the real thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
The balance is, and because I may or may not be mature here, have fun. Have fun, because I did the exact opposite. I did not have a lot of fun like that. I mean, I had my fun. Don't get me wrong. But I focused on working too much. Being in a damn costume room. Just working and learning. And I did not really embrace as much fun for my age as I needed to. I did fun things, but a lot of it wasn't age appropriate. I was always acting older than I was. Now I'm damn near that age, and it's like, oh, okay, I can't drop it like it's hot no more. I gotta
let it down like it's warm.
Some
Let it down like it's warm.
Let it down real slow. Real slow. It's getting down ain't the problem. It's that getting up. That's the problem.
That's them over 30. That's them 30 and older knees. Them 30 and older knees, baby.
So for both of y'all, what question would you ask to your 100-year-old self? Now, while y'all thinking, these, because I realized it, right? I do this for a living. I understand. But these questions, these answers will change depending on where you are in life.
Definitely.
So it's a great meditation prompt to give to yourself, and it will help you to understand where you are depending on what advice and what question you ask. Not to, give it's not a secret. It's kind of the process, but it's a great ink blot or a great mirror into where you are at the moment.
I would probably ask my 100-year-old self.
What question? Because you can't possibly give 100-year-old advice. Like, why? If you a screwball at 100, just keep going to the world for, because that's it.
I would ask my
you are definitely that at 100.
Myself, did we write that book yet?
Okay.
Did we write that book yet? I feel like
you said yet. Francis at 100. You are not going to be thinking about a book.
I had somebody write it for me, and I just tell them everything that's going in it. Okay, because I feel like
I get you.
It would be based off of experiences, and at 100, you experienced a lot of stuff.
The salaciousness of it all.
Yeah.
It's the rock steady for me. I hear that. But I in Christian, what question? You can do this again. It's not getting written down in stone.
But I say it's gonna have to get okay. What did you have to let go? What did you have to let go of?
People, places, things.
Yeah. What was it?
I don't know.
What did you have to let go of to reach 100?
That's a question that
That's deep. Oof.
Are you happy here? Are you happy here? Are you happy there? If so,
But understand subconsciously, you're saying that to yourself now. And I do this with my students a lot because sometimes, especially male students, they don't always say what they're really thinking. So when you ask a question and take them out of it and put it in a character, it's easier for people to answer.
yeah.
Right. Somebody else. I'm talking to somebody else. But subconsciously, you're answering that for yourself now. So are you happy here?
Yeah.
There we go.
It's the happiest I've been.
Okay.
So on that note, any projects that either of you have coming up, anything you want to push or sell or, it doesn't matter. This is a free-for-all show.
Not so much for myself at the moment. Trust me, when I'm back, there will be more things. However, I would say be on the lookout for me on social media because there's always something. Also, check out Philadanko. Check out one of the really jeweled Black dance companies that reside in Philadelphia. That's
I'm about to hit them up because they're doing sponsorship.
That's
I'm gonna show them this thing and be like, hey, he mentioned you guys 10 times.
Absolutely. I would say reach out to them. Definitely
What's up, Shorty?
Share, support. Philadanko is definitely doing a lot of big things now that this era of COVID is.
He want to say now that Francis is with him. That's what he really want to say. But it's cool. Live in your truth, sir. Live in it. Live in it. I get you because I would have said that. Now that I'm here.
Now that I've arrived.
But I really appreciate you, Francis. Don't be a stranger. You can always come on. I say that to almost everybody that I bring on the show. But you're welcome here. This is your home as well as mine. And I'm just very proud of you. To know that you're 35, you're a grown-ass man. You wasn't a baby then. I take all that shit back. You was a grown-ass person. But I'm continuously, whatever I can do to help support you or push you or give you some idea, whatever it is, just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for the opportunity for me to share. This is this is my first podcast. This is my first interview.
Okay.
I've
had a couple first.
Absolutely. So this is allowing me
the same thing? Does it make it? Oh, you're talking about different.
Don't judge my life. Nobody needed to hear that.
Yeah, so thank you for allowing this to be my first experience. This is
No problem.
really awesome and just an amazing project to be a part of.
Thank you. Say hello to our Philadelphia family for us.
I definitely will.
Especially Mama Jackson. Tell her I said hello.
I sure
Football
will.
as well. And the mean green Jason. No. But thank you, everybody. Don't forget tomorrow, come through. The Artist Exchange is doing a soft launch of its new studio. And you come and you can see some wares. We'll have some hors d'oeuvres, some vittles, if you will. Come by and let's do it. So Christian will take us out with a song.
No, I'm not. We're going to jury tomorrow.
See y'all later. I'll see y'all next Friday. Peace out, people.
No.
Really wasn't.